Come ride the little train that is rolling down the tracks to the junction. Forget about your cares, it is time to relax at the junction. Lots of curves, you bet, and even more when you get to the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
There's a little hotel called the Shady Rest at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
It is run by Kate. Come and be her guest at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
And that's Uncle Joe. He's a moving kind of slow at the junction. Petticoat Junction. This is it. Back to the grind.
Darling, do you have to go?
Well, honey, I'm a breadwinner now. And that's what us breadwinners do. We go out and win bread. Hey, be careful. These are my work clothes.
I know. But, darling, do you realize this will be our first time apart since we've been married?
Yeah, I guess it is.
You're tired of me.
No kidding. I am?
You better not be. You're supposed to love me. Tell me you love me.
Oh, I do, darling. I love you with every fiber of my being. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach. I love thee till the sands of time run cold. Okay?
Well, it's better.
Well, you mean I gotta go through that every morning before I leave? Bye, darling.
Bye, honey. Oh, Mom, he's so wonderful. Don't you think so?
Well, yes, dear.
Ours has just got to be the most ideal marriage there ever was. Don't you think so?
Well, yes, dear.
Oh, I just know it is. It would be impossible for two people to be any happier. Don't you think so?
Well, yes, dear.
Oh, we're so compatible. We were just made for each other. We'll never, never quarrel. And we'll always be happy and very much in love. Don't you think so?
But yes, dear. Sweetheart, you want to help me?
Of course.
Good. Let me have the towel. Good girl. Put that down. And we'll sit you right over here.
Mama, I just can't sit here and do nothing.
Try.
Hi, Betty Jo. Hi, Mom.
How about it?
Betty Jo, how can you sit here and not help Mom? Forget it.
Betty Jo's a guest now, Betty Jo.
Oh, that's right. What are you doing here? What's he done?
Joe.
Well, Mom, you've got to expect something sooner or later. The honeymoon's over, you know.
It is not.
Our honeymoon will never be over. Not in our hearts.
Sure. Wait till he tries to dominate you.
Why should he do that?
Figures show that in 38% of the cases, either one partner or the other tends to establish domination within the first 4 weeks.
Thank you, Dr. Joyce Brothers.
Are you sure of that? 38% in 4 weeks?
Well, it's either that or 4% in 38 weeks.
That's pinpointing it.
Well, 4% or 38% won't mean a thing to us. Our marriage is going to be different.
But that's just it. No marriage is different. They all make up the whole. Part of the computerized differential.
The who?
What in the world's that?
I don't know. But it must be important. It was underlined in my psychology book.
That's bigger than capital letters. Honey, exactly what point are you trying to make?
Simply that the boss image, as they call it, is established during the first 4 weeks of marriage. During this period, the dominating factor emerges.
You mean either the husband is boss or the wife is boss all in 4 weeks?
Don't laugh. That's science.
I'm not laughing.
Well, I don't think it'll make any difference in our marriage.
I don't think so either, honey.
But it does. What if Steve becomes boss and Betty Jo is an individual who resents authority?
I've never resented authority, have I, Mom?
Yeah. Well, you used to get a little upset when I take away your blocks.
Uh-oh.
Oh, come on. isn't something I have to worry about, is it?
Of course it isn't. I don't think Steve will try to take your blocks away. Now, let's change the subject, huh? And let Steve and Betty Jo run their own lives.
Bobby Joe!
Boy, she sounds excited.
I'm coming! Bobby Joe!
Billy Joe, here I am.
Bobby Joe, I've got some terrific news. Betty Joe, good. This concerns you, too.
Well, what is it?
Well, this Saturday night they're having a big show on the Tri-Valley Network. Maybe you've heard about it.
Oh, sure, they've been advertising it all week.
Yeah, what's that got to do with you girls? Oh, wait till you hear, Mom. They're looking for a sister act, and so my agent, Sid Sparks, suggested the three of us.
How exciting.
Then afterwards there's some other entertainment, and we're in on that, too.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
We can start rehearsing right away.
Golly, I don't know about Saturday night.
Well, what's the matter?
Well, I'm a housewife now. Well, just because you're a housewife, you can't sing anymore?
No, but Steve works during the week, and I feel I should devote the weekends to him. Right, Mom?
Right. Oh, we'll erase that. I've said right from the start, I am not going to interfere in your marriage. And let's keep it that way, huh?
Well, I don't see what going out on a Saturday night would hurt.
Well, you heard what Mom said.
She said she wasn't going to interfere, but she didn't say anything about us.
What do you think?
Well, I don't think I better. I think I ought to just stay home Saturday night. What a horrible way to live, being cooped up all your life.
It's not being cooped up. It's just that I feel this one night I should be with Steve.
This would be a wonderful time to try out the boss image.
What are you talking about? It's something she read in her psychology book.
During the first 4 weeks of marriage, either the husband or the wife emerges as the boss.
And it doesn't concern me one bit.
This would be the time to test it. Why, you could put on your hat and coat and say, "Toodaloo, Steve, I'm off to the radio station to sing with my sisters."
And if he hits the ceiling, then you'll know.
Exactly.
Well, I'm not going to do it, so forget it. Hey, I've got it. Why don't you just try it the honest way?
Oh, that.
Just say, Steve, I have a chance to sing with my sisters on Saturday night. Would it be all right with you?
And to make sure he says yes, give him a little present ahead of time. You know, a fishing reel or something. Bobby Joe. Well, that's the way the husbands work it on the wives. It's called the softening up process.
You know, for a single gal, you sure do know an awful lot about marriage.
I learned that from my psychology teacher.
What does he know about it?
Why, everything. Why, he's... Yeah. Come to think of it, what does he know about it? He's a bachelor.
What in blazers? Oh, it's you. What's that supposed to be?
New duck call. Just finished whittling it out.
You don't expect to call anything with that, do you?
Called you, didn't it?
Well, I'm talking about our feathered friends.
Anything will be an improvement over our duck hunting trip last weekend.
I didn't think we did so bad. We got 5 ducks apiece.
That's nothing. I can eat 5 ducks at one sitting.
Well, if you're thinking in terms of eating, you can eat 5 turkeys at one sitting.
I'll guarantee you'll do better the next time out.
Well, improving our shooting wouldn't hurt.
We didn't shoot so bad.
No? You get a load of these decoys we were using?
They are a little shot up.
Little. They look like they've been in front of a firing squad.
Hi, Joe, Sam.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve. How's the new bridegroom?
Oh, great. Say, Sam, I'd like to get a little gift for Betty Jo.
Oh, any special occasion? Birthday or
Anniversary.
anniversary?
Well, 3 weeks ago today, we were married.
Well, let me see. First year anniversary is paper, and the second year is cotton. But I'm not quite sure what 3 weeks would be. How about saltwater taffy?
Hey, that's perfect, and that's her favorite, too.
I'll wrap it up fancy in one of these cake boxes.
Thanks, Sam. Hey, what's with the decoys?
Oh, Joe and I were just talking about the duck hunting trip we went on last weekend.
You went duck hunting? Well, how come you didn't invite me along? Well, I had the time of my life when I went with you last year.
You weren't available.
Huh?
you were on something called a honeymoon.
Yeah, that's right.
From now on, hunting trips and fishing trips are a thing of the past as far as you're concerned.
Why?
You're married.
It's not going to make any difference.
Sure, Steve.
I mean it. If I want to go someplace, I'll go.
Oh, of course you will.
Come on, Betty Jo isn't that type of wife.
That's what Merwin Quigley used to say. Right, Sam?
Right. Poor Merwin used to go hunting and fishing with us all the time. He never missed a trip.
Then he got married.
Look, I don't even know Merwin Quigley.
Of course not. His wife had to let him out of the house in 12 years.
But you both know Betty Jo, and she's not going to be that type of wife.
Oh, we're not condemning Betty Jo. She's the finest girl around. It's just that these things happen when a fella gets married.
Well, maybe so, but not in this case. Because if I want to go fishing, I'll go fishing. And if I want to go hunting, I'll go hunting.
Well, if that's the way it's going to be, how'd you like to join us for a little game of cards Saturday night?
Saturday night?
Yeah, here at my place. Usual crowd, Joe, Doc Bailey, a couple others.
All bachelors.
Huh? How about it? Shall we count you in?
Well,
Oh, that was kind of mean of me to put you on a spot like that.
you didn't put me on a spot. I'll be here if I want to be.
Good. We'll see you Saturday night.
Well, I don't know if I want to or not.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you let us know tomorrow? That'll give you time to find out from Betty Jo whether you want to or not. Well, he's no different from all the young fellas. He's got to live and learn.
He's lucky he's got you and me around to set him wise.
Yeah, that's true. I kind of hate to ride the boy, but it's really a kindness to let him know what he's in for. The sooner he realizes it, the sooner he can either do something about it or reconcile himself to his fate.
What a pitiful thought.
Hi, Sam.
Well, hi, Kate.
Well, what's the matter with Steve? He seemed upset about something.
Relax, Kate. It's what you might expect at this stage of the game.
The stage of what game?
Oh, you know, Kate. The honeymoon is over. Oh, you noticed it, too.
Yeah, the old marriage virus is setting in.
No doubt you, too, gave him the benefit of your sage advice.
Yeah, we gave him the word.
Yeah, we let him know what to expect out of his marriage.
Lucky fellow. You two have such experience along that line.
Yeah, the least we can do is pass it on.
Uncle Joe? How many years have you been married?
Huh? Oh. All together?
Yeah, altogether.
None.
They're all together.
None. Pardon me, Kate. I'll get your order for you. It's right here behind the counter.
Kate, you're a little out of line on this thing. I mean, maybe I was not married, but don't forget I'm an escapee. That qualifies me to give advice.
What are you talking about, Joe? Escapee from what?
Martial bliss.
Marital bliss.
Yeah, Joe, martial means war. Oh.
Yeah. That little Ada Jane Schaefer was sure closing in fast. Boy, was she working on me with them big blue eyes and that cute little smile.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah. She had me doing all the tricks. Standing up when she came in the room. Holding the door for her. Taking off my hat at the table.
Yeah. All those annoying little things.
I could see that it was the beginning of the end. The way all women treat men once they got them hooked.
Well, doggone, this is all news to me. What happened, Joe?
Oh, I wriggled out of it naturally. You don't see no female dominating Joe Carson.
Yeah. How'd you get out of it?
Oh, that's not important. The main thing is I got out of it.
Oh, I don't know. I think Sam would be interested in knowing.
Yeah, how'd you do it?
Kate, I just said it's not important.
Well, there's no harm in telling them then, is there?
Yeah, how'd you do it?
She turned me down.
Bring the groceries.
So long, Sam.
So long, Sam. Hi there.
Sorry, lady. I guess I got the wrong house.
Oh, no, you don't. You are right where you belong.
How about that? Wrong house, right house. Who cares?
What's that?
Oh, just a little something I happen to carry around for any cute little chick I might run into.
So butter taffy. Oh, that's my favorite, you darling.
Oh, shucks, ma'am.
Oh, but it is. I just love it. Oh, I'm a sucker when...
What's the matter?
Oh, just thinking. Bobby Joe would call this a softening up process.
Softening up for what?
For whatever it is that you want to do that you think I won't like. But there isn't anything, is there?
No, of course not. Not really.
What do you mean, not really?
Well, Uncle Joe and Sam, Doc Bailey, that bachelor crowd, they wanted me to come play poker Saturday night.
They did?
Well, yeah, they think it's a big deal to sit around and play Penny Annie and swap stories and have a lot of laughs. You know.
Yeah, big drag, huh?
Big drag, yes.
Well, what do they know? They're bachelors. What did they say when you told them no?
Oh, the usual.
Didn't they admire you for being such a good husband?
Well,
Just what did you tell them?
Well,
Oh, no, wait a minute. I bet I can guess. I bet you said, sorry, fellas, but my wife and I are newly married, and I just don't feel I should leave her. Besides, I'd much rather spend a nice, quiet evening at home. Right?
That's practically what I said.
Practically? What did you really say?
That I'd let them know.
Steve.
Well, honey, you've got to understand the whole situation here.
I'm waiting.
Well, you've got to understand their attitudes.
I'm still waiting.
Well, those guys, those darn bachelor guys, they practically accused you of henpecking me.
Henpecking?
Yeah, they seem to think, those bachelors, that once a guy is married, all his fun days are over and that he can't even make a move without asking his wife's permission.
And you told him you darn well do what you please, right?
Well, sure.
If you want to go, you go. If you don't want to go, you don't.
That's right.
It's strictly your decision. What I think doesn't count.
Not exactly.
Oh, no, honey. I realized you had to tell them that so they wouldn't think I was a shrew.
Well, yeah.
Well, in a way, you're defending me.
Yeah.
It's practically your duty to go.
Yeah.
Oh, hogwash.
You were right, Bobby Joe. Absolutely right.
Right about what?
Steve's leaving Betty Joe. Leaving you for a whole evening. Steve wants to go out Saturday night and play cards with the fellas. What'll I do?
I would divorce him instantly.
What of that?
Oh, stop that nonsense.
Well, here we've been married only 3 weeks, and he'd rather spend the time with the boys than with me.
No, he wouldn't.
Why doesn't he say so?
Well, it's male ego. When they ask him, what is he going to say? No, I can't. My wife won't let me play?
Well, I guess not.
Oh, honey. You see, men have a strange complex when they get together with other men. They want to show that they're strong and that they're the rulers of the roost. Well, Bobby Joe said it. The boss image.
Chapter 4, I'll get the book.
Never mind. Honestly, honey, I will bet you that Steve would 10 times rather spend the evening with you than with the fellas.
You really think so?
Of course I do. He just doesn't know how to work it out.
Billy Joe, is that deal for us to entertain still on Saturday night?
Well, sure.
You mean you're going to go? Count me in. Oh, that's great. Oh, I knew you'd come through.
Wait a minute. I thought you were working on a plan to get Steve to spend the evening with you.
I am. And I'll let you know if it works out.
Come on, Sam, let's get the game started.
I'll be right with you.
Before we start, let's get one thing straight. If you hit a losing streak, I ain't settling for no groceries. Last time I went home with a bunch of bananas, a can of salmon, and 4 dill pickles.
Oh, quit your belly aching.
Boy, what betting. I'll see your Hubbard squash and raise you 2 jars of marmalade. Who's that for?
That's for Steve.
Steve? Sam, you must be kidding. Steve ain't gonna be here.
Well, let's just say it's in memory of Steve.
His memory's right. That boy's departed. I'll deal.
I'll cut.
Now what?
Oh, it's probably old lady Frisbee. She always forgets liver for a cat.
Well, evening, Sam.
Steve, what are you doing here?
Well, this is the night for the card game, right?
Well, yeah, but...
Hi, fellas. Joe, deal me in.
Steve, are you sure about this?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, us fellas don't want to have it on our conscience, you know, being a party to a broken marriage.
Look, there's no broken marriage.
How'd you get out of the house?
Joe, like I told you the other day, if I want to go fishing, I'll go fishing. If I want to go hunting, I'll go hunting. And if I want to play cards with the boys, I'll play cards with the boys.
Little woman sitting home alone?
No.
She ran away.
No, she didn't run away.
She went home to mother?
Look, if you really want to know, she and her sisters had a chance to sing on the radio. And I gave her my permission to do it. Now, can we get on with this game?
Yeah, I heard him talking about it before I left the house. After the radio program, they're going to entertain at some stag.
That's right, and Stag?
That's what Betty Joe called it. Anyway, they were all fellas.
Look, I just remembered something, and I gotta run. You'll have to deal me out.
Wait a second, Steve. You got an ace here. Don't you want to play this one hand? Aces back to back. This just wasn't his night.
New deal.
We like to chat about the dresses we will wear tonight. We chew the fat about our dresses and the neighbors fight. Inconsequential things that men don't really care to know become essential things that women find so apropos. But that's a dame, we're all the same. It's just a game, we call it girl talk. Girl talk. We only yell about the ups and downs of all our friends. The who, the how, the why, we dish the dirt, it never ends. The weaker sex, the speaker sex, you mortal males behold. But though we joke, we wouldn't trade you for a ton of gold. So take my hand, it's all been planned. Please understand the sweetest girl talk talks of you.
Steve! What are you doing here?
Well, I just thought I'd drop in. I heard that, I thought you were supposed to be entertaining a bunch of fellas.
Well, what are we, Mac? Chopped liver?
Sorry. I meant that...
You see, Steve, we finished our program in the main auditorium, but, well, these fellows were unable to attend, so we sort of decided to put on a special show.
Yeah, and it was terrific, too.
Steve, this is Sergeant Neely, and that's Sergeant Tanner.
Hi.
They're Air Force men.
Yeah, I could tell.
Sorry, fellas, we gotta go, but don't worry, we'll be back.
You bet.
We sure will.
Bye.
So long.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, it was really swell.
Gee, those fellas were great, weren't they?
What an appreciative audience.
Oh, Steve, do you want me to come straight home now?
Well, yeah, if you're through.
Oh, we're through.
Well, then we might as well.
Whatever you say, dear. Lead the way.
Sure.
Boss image.
Coming, dear.
Junction.